What's going on? What's going on?
We are back with another brand new episode.
Yes.
Sneaker God Podcast. I'm your host, JT the Cool Soul.
And I'm your other host, D-Boom, the Great.
Alright, now today,
Woo!
we about to talk about the greatest Air Jordan ever made. I know bro gonna think differently.
We ain't got the black and red on this episode. So.
It don't even matter. We talking about the greatest. One of my favorite greats, one of
God's
favorite greats.
No, God's favorite Jordan of all time is the black and red Jordan 1. Look here, I'm not gonna let him fool y'all viewers. God's favorite Jordan of all time is the black and red Jordan 1.
Don't worry, we gonna discuss it. And also, we talking about another classic Nike shoe, man, from a legendary crossover king, man, hands down, one of the best to do it.
One of the best point guards, man.
So, we gonna start it out with the great first. We gonna talk about today.
Cool shoe.
The Air Jordan 5.
Home colorway.
I know you young kids like to call it the fire red, but I call it the home color, man.
Yeah, because the other ones is the fire red.
Yeah, I consider the other pair the fire red.
Some more fire red than these are homes.
Hey, now this shoe right here, if you know Jason Thomas or JT the Cool Soul, like I know him, like my bro know him, this is my favorite shoe of all time. When I say this is the greatest Jordan ever made, this is the greatest Jordan ever made.
Not ever.
Ever.
The black and red Jordan 1s, but we're going to get to that another part. But this is a dope shoe, though.
Listen, man.
Yeah, dope shoe.
When I say this shoe was well put together, man, like Tinker Hatfield, shout out to that man.
Shout out to Tinker.
I mean, he did such a phenomenal job on these, bro. Like, I love this shoe. Like, man, everything about this shoe just screams 1990, bro.
It does. Fact.
Like, from the leather, it's plush on here. The little ankle part on here, just the little teeth at the bottom.
Teeth, yeah.
And like, when people don't know, that shark teeth come from a World War II fighter.
Man. Fact.
That's where the idea came from. And Tinker said, you know, that's what Jordan reminded him of when he was flying in the sky. He was like a jet.
Yeah.
You know, because, hey, my boy MJ was getting busy in these fives.
Homework king. Homework king right here.
You know it, bro. Yeah. First shoe to have a clear bottom. You know, like, everything about this shoe, bro. Like,
first shoe to have lace locks.
You know, the 3M tongue.
Yeah, 3M tongue.
You know, Nike, man, when I say they was going all out in the 90s,
these are must-have.
These are beyond must-have. Like, listen, we slow this down. You cannot come talk to me about being a sneaker guy if you don't have a pair of fives.
Yeah, you can't.
It's impossible. I don't care if it's not in your top 1, top 10, top 6. You gotta have these.
Yeah.
These are a must-have.
Nike,
this one.
Yeah, you gotta have
this one. You gotta have. This is a must-have shoe, bro. Like, everything about this shoe I love, man. Like, just from the little gate on the side.
Yeah, the gate.
How
we
you
always call it the
string
gate.
chain. That's what I call it, bro. I just call it the gate.
We actually, and the crazy thing is, we actually caught this pair together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like this, and I copped 2 of these. This was a double up for me. It wasn't even an argued question. Like, I mean, this shoe just screams just greatness. 90. It just screams 90s. You know what also it screams? The Fresh Prince of
Bel-Air. I knew it.
If you know me, like the Fresh Prince is one of my
we got your laces out. If you say Fresh Prince, you got your laces out. Shout to Will Smith, man. Shout to Will Smith.
My boy Will Smith in the first episode wore 2 different fives. He wore the metallics when he knocked on the door. And then when he went to the dinner, he had these on without the shoestrings, bro. When I say, as a kid, I lost my mind. And you know what's the first thing I did, right? Went and asked my mom because she bought me a pair. And we already know what that answer probably was. Yeah. It was a no.
No.
So
it probably was a hell no.
It definitely had a hell in front of it.
So how many times you watch that episode, bro?
Bro, 100,000 times. I still watch that episode to this day. Like, I love that episode so much because of this shoe, bro.
Yeah, like, this shoe's dope, man. Iconic, man. Dude, Jordan 5, man.
Like, this once again, like we always say, Nike always made sure they stayed on top, bro.
Yeah, man.
And when it came to making these Jordan 5s, bro, like, they set the streets on fire.
Right.
Like, man, this shoe was everywhere. Like, everybody had them. Like, well, except me as a kid, but everybody had them, and it just was. It was going crazy in the city, man. Like, now you know, I got a story when it comes to this shoe. So, when this shoe came out, I was in elementary. And we all know back in elementary, you know how your teacher let you have show and tell. Yeah. So, I can't remember this kid's name. Shout out to whoever this kid is. I don't remember your name.
Hope you watch it too.
Yeah, I hope you watch it too, bro. Because this was elementary in Gary, bro. So, my man brought this shoe to show and tell, bro. I just remember him getting up, and he had the box in his hand. When he opened that box, bro, I just remember everybody's face just in like disbelief, and the oohs and ahs flooded the room like a tornado.
I know that's
like
feeling, man.
Listen, this is how you know how great this shoe was. My teacher even told him like, that is a great shoe. And we talking about an old lady here talking about this, bro. Like,
wow,
bro. And it's so crazy because after the show and tell, he put the shoe on. Now, the way our desk was set up, he sat across from me. When I say, bruh, I couldn't focus on no more schoolwork. I kept looking at his shoe. And imagine, that 3M ton just kept dancing. Yeah. Like, I couldn't take my eye off the shoe. So not only did he show the shoe, he put it right on. He put the shoe right on, bro. So you know, listen.
Flex 101.
Bro.
Flex 101.
We weren't even using the word flex, but dang it, he used a major flex that day as a kid, man, bro. Like, when he put that shoe on, bro, like, man.
That's crazy. He sit right across from you.
Right across from me, bro. Ooh. So it's like.
That was on purpose.
Bro. He did, bro. He knew I was a sneaker fanatic as a kid, bro.
He knew what he was
I probably was the biggest Jordan head in that school and didn't have on a pair of Jordans. Like, he knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah, so, if you are watching this, bro, I caught on to you, bro. I peeped what you tried to do. But you definitely set a mark for me because man, listen. That made me fall in love with this shoe, bro. Like, seeing him with it, seeing Fresh Prince with it, and seeing my older cousins, because they had every pair of Jordans, and see them with it, like, this just became my top favorite shoe, bro.
This
like,
shoe well put together, man.
It is. Like, Nike did great with remaking this shoe again, bro. Like, they didn't fail. They did the tongue correct. They did the leather on here is great.
The leather good.
Hey, seeing this Nike on the back, y'all don't know what that meant to us as a kid back in the day. Like, I don't know what it is with today's kids and sneakers. Like, y'all don't care about Nike being on the back, but that meant everything.
That means a lot,
Like, that changes everything.
Nike over the jump, man.
Yeah. Like, y'all gotta know, like, the love we had, bro. Now, here's another history. Let me ask you this question, bro. What's the most points you think Jordan ever scored in a game?
The most points he ever scored was 69.
And you know what shoe he was wearing when he scored that 69? He was wearing the 5s, man. He was wearing the Air Jordan 5 when he dropped 69 on Cleveland. Imagine getting busted up by Jordan and all you keep seeing is this shoe in your face. Listen. This is how you know that this shoe is king, bro. My boy Jordan did a lot in this. Just to go somewhere and drop 69 in this shoe, bro? Come on, man. Hey, this shoe is iconic, man.
Yeah, very.
This shoe is very iconic, bro.
Very.
Like, it does, like I say, it holds a heavy weight in my heart, bro. Like, other people, y'all may think differently. You know, I don't know where you got this shoe right. You know what? I don't even care where you got the shoe right. I know where I got it right. Number one.
And you know, for him. Like, Black and Red Jordan 1, the greatest shoe of all time. Okay. But on some real stuff, though, we also got to break down the differences.
Yes, we definitely finna get into a difference, bro. Now, like I say, I also have
shoe. He has both versions. That's how he love this shoe so much. He got both. He got both versions.
Both versions.
Same shoe, both versions, man. So, he love this shoe.
We have the shoe right here with Nike on it, and we also have the one that doesn't have Nike. So now I'm finna break down the rules of this. This is what you call an OG retro. This is what you call a retro OG. I know y'all sitting home like, JT the Cool Soul, what does that mean? So, when I say a retro, an OG retro, This was taken from the actual 1990 version. Now, it's not that exact one, but it's the close replica you're going to get.
Yeah, close.
Now, what they did with the retro OG is they get you semi-close, don't put Nike on the back, put Jordan's name at the bottom instead of putting Nike on the bottom like they did on these.
And you can tell, man, other than that, it's a way big difference, too.
Huge.
If you can see... Let me see. Okay, let's see. The height of the tongue is different.
Exactly.
The height of the tongue is different.
The way the shoe is cut is different.
Yeah, of course, the bottom is different. Both got Jumpman, but one say Jordan, one say Nike. And, of course, the back, the Nike and the Jumpman.
Exactly.
Of course, we're going to choose a Nike part.
You definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna
now,
choose
I
this.
think, now, when it comes to this version, they did just okay, bro. Like, Nike definitely could have did better.
Yeah, because you could tell the height. Yeah,
just like the height, the
Even
leather.
the bar. Yeah, the leather. Yeah.
The leather's totally different. Like,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's cardboard.
This shoe is way more uncomfortable than this shoe. This shoe is way more comfortable. Like, I just think they.
You can tell this on when you walk in, it will bend up.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I still love this shoe. This is always still a classic to me.
Jumpman, you dropped the ball on that.
You kind of dropped the ball on this one.
But
man.
you made it up though.
You did. Now, when you made the OG, you definitely made sure the comfortability and everything that needed to be was there.
Yeah.
You know, so I commend you on that. Because you know, I love the Air Jordan 5. Like, don't mess up a pair of 5 for me.
Yeah, don't. He have a total fit.
I blow a gasket.
Yeah.
Because this shoe
He did it before. I watched him.
I have. But like I say, bro, I love the Air Jordan 5, bro. Especially this home colorway. Like, it just screamed everything to me being a kid in the 90s and getting to see this shoe and seeing celebrities wear it and seeing rappers wear it. Like, and that's what it was about.
Another thing, man. Nike on the lace lock. This got a Jumpman. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that just goes to show you the difference of the two. Details play everything.
Nike dropped the ball a lot. Jordan dropped the ball a lot, but they always make up for it.
Yeah, they do find ways to make up. When they made the OG color and tried to make it as true as to the 1990s.
It's very close. It's very, I don't see no differences.
Hey, and like my bro said, hey, if you got an OG pair of these, hit me up. I'm willing to buy a 1990 pair of these. And I need that version also. Because people don't understand. I consider it to be 4 different versions of the shoe. The 1990s, the OG retros, the retro OGs, and definitely I gotta get the off-white pair.
Yeah.
Just to have. It's in my collection, bro. Like, I gotta get that 4th version.
You can get that for a steal, about
Yeah. But hey, if you got a 1990 pair and it's in good condition, hey, hit me up. I'm willing to buy those.
Yeah.
Because like I say, now, y'all already know where I got it ranked. Now, yes, ask bro, where do you have this ranked, bro? Hey, before you say something, don't say nothing crazy, dog. I'm telling him this now. Don't say nothing that get you kicked off the show. All right, go ahead.
As far as, like, of Jordans?
Of Jordans. We're going to do it this way. We're going to do of Jordans, and then we'll do of sneakers of all. So, of Jordans, where do you got this ranked?
In the top 10?
You saying a top 10?
No. I'm saying it's that number 6, 7. Number 6, 7. Because you gotta look at it, bro. These is fire. Don't get me wrong. But we talking about this colorway of fast period.
No. We just talking to all Jordans.
Of all Jordans, this particular colorway, I put like number 6, 7. But of all Jordans, that's a fast period. I say number. I put it number 5. No, I put it at number 7.
Oof.
7. You gotta look at it, bro. You got the H. You got the.
I might be looking for a new co-host soon because
you got some heat before the 5, man.
Come on, bro. You would put 8 over a pair of 5s?
Yeah, of course. Now listen. Okay, I love them. One of my favorite 5s of all time is some black metallic silvers.
Fire shoe.
Let's get that out the way. I love that shoe.
That's one of my favorites.
That's one of my favorites.
Okay.
For the 5s away. But as far as the fire silhouette, I wasn't really a big. I got a lot of fire. Don't get me wrong, but I wasn't like. Five's not even in my favorite. My favorite, of course, the black and red one. But okay, the ones, the black cement, the 3s, the 4s, the 6s, the 8s, and the 11s.
Okay,
Yeah.
I always say I gotta let people love the shoe how they love the shoe. Now,
Yeah, and I'm not saying five. Don't get me wrong, people. I love fives. I do. Like, but these is fire. I got them. Me and bro got them together. The black metallic silvers, yes. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got, and I'm not even this, I got the top 3 five, the Reggie Blue. I like five. I love five.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I just can't say that I was a fan of five. Like, I bought them, I buy them, like, but as far as like, that's in my rotation, it don't make my top 10 rotation. I feel like I say number 7, number 8 around. You know what I'm saying?
all right, so if we saying just gym shoes of all, where do you got fives ranked? I ain't saying this color. I'm just saying fives period.
Oh, gym shoes of all time.
Do they make a top 10 or they make
Yeah,
a top
yeah,
20?
of course. They make a
top 10?
of all shoes of all time.
Yeah.
They make a top 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta respect it.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna be even real. Of all shoes, they probably make number 11 or 12 on the list.
Okay.
Top 20.
You know where it make it on my list?
Number one.
Number one. It never matters. I don't care what
If you had a top 20, it'd be fives 1 through 20.
Fives 1 through 20. Easily. That's unargued. Unargued when it comes to this shoe.
Yeah, he loves
It's
fives.
the king of kings.
Yeah,
it's almost like a double album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how great this is to me.
Bro, as long as I've been knowing, bro, he loves fives. Like, it's no other shoe he plays above fives.
Nah, it's not. This shoe gonna always reign supreme to me. And like I say, Tinker Hatfield, he really went all out when it came.
And I see what you saying. Like you said, here, bro, up. You got the 90 pair.
You got the 90
but
pair,
damn,
man.
I see how you doing. You get that pair, you get the off-white pair. I see you.
I have all the generations. Yeah. That's all I need.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get all the generations.
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah. So let me know what y'all think about fives, bro. Is this a shoe that you got ranked in your top 10? Is it a shoe that you love like me, which you should? Is it a shoe that you just think is okay? And you know, I guess I got to deal with that. If you just one of the people that feels okay, I got to respect it.
But don't get it wrong. You got to have this in your collection. You can't say you're a sneaker guy without, if not having a pair of fives.
You got to have at least one OG.
You got to.
I ain't saying it got to be this color, but you got to have OG.
Either this, the metallic silver, or the fire reds. You have, or the grapes.
Or the grapes.
Woo.
Yeah, well, you got to have all. Yeah,
you gotta have them. Yeah, you got to.
Then they got to have all.
You got to. Damn near.
So, you know, let us know, you know, what you think about the fives. Like you say, is it something you pass on? Did it go crazy in your city when it hit in 1990? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, out here, everybody had it.
Yeah, and you know what? And later on in the show, we're gonna explain more about this shoe because this actual shoe plays a big role in our discussion of today.
Yeah, it plays.
So
a major role
don't forget. You know, so yes, we have our tops. We have our disagrees and our agrees about the shoe, but later on in the show, the breakdown, the discussion of this shoe and the picture and the topic of this shoe, man,
it's mind blowing.
It's mind blowing.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah, it's mind blowing.
So now, man, we're gonna get into another great shoe. You know what I'm saying? From a man. Just a hoop legend, man.
Now, my boy, Mr. Tim Hardaway, the Air Bacon. So I call him Bacon.
And we ain't talking about bacon that you eat.
No.
we ain't talking about that, boy. We talking about this Nike bacon right now.
Designed by my boy Eric Avar. Designed this shoe, man. This shoe debuted in 1997. It was worn by Tim Hardaway of the Miami Heat. That's why the colorway, it colors matching the Miami Heat jerseys. The red and the yellow shoestrings, they match the Miami Heat colorway on the jersey. So that's why the shoe is that color. But yeah, worn by Tim Hardaway in 1997 in the Eastern Conference and the Eastern Conference Finals. And the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Now, you don't even want to imagine who they was playing at the time.
The Chicago Bulls.
And we already know how that story is.
4-1.
Bro.
4-1.
Hey, outside Tim Hardaway, hey, you was out there looking dope on the court with these, but Mike put you on out.
This shoe right here, man, it's very futuristic, but they really snapped with this shoe, man. Like I said, Eric, he designed this shoe, man, and it was worn by Tim Hardaway, and also Tim Hardaway wore the Air Raids.
Yeah.
He wore the Air Raids, but
So
this was not his signature shoe. They was just worn by Tim Hardaway. Yeah. So yeah.
But this definitely was an iconic shoe in '97, bro.
Yeah.
Like, from the material they had on here, just to
the circles and
just
stuff.
Just to how the little circles and
bubbles.
waves. Yeah.
And okay, so I'm gonna get to it, man. Some facts. This shoe. Okay, now this the version that came out. The retro version had the Nike on the back. This shoe before that had the word Air on the back, but a lot of Muslims was upset. A lot of Muslims was upset, so they had to change the shoe because it had Air on the back. But it said that it was Arabian.
It was Arabic.
Arabic. Okay.
It had an Arabic look to it.
Yeah, Arabic look to it, and it was like the word was Arab. And it looked at Arabic, but it was on fire also.
Yeah.
So it pissed off a lot of Muslims and stuff. So what Nike did, they had to send out pairs and they had to use a Sharpie to cover it up and everything.
Yeah, to
and
cover
so,
up like the bottom.
So they send them out to outlets.
So it's a lot of redos they had to do with this.
A lot of redos, yeah. So the original version had the Air on the back, but it looked we got a picture up there.
Yeah, it had an Arabic look to it. So I understand.
Yeah, I understand that. I definitely understand it. But overall, man, this shoe was dope, man. Like I say Tim Hardaway was killing cats in Miami with these.
Hey, now when you talk about a killer crossover, bro, I gotta go back and watch Tim Hardaway.
Yeah,
like,
Tim Hardaway was.
You wouldn't have your Iversons and your people of today without Tim Hardaway.
Facts. That's
and
facts.
To say he was getting buckets in this shoe like that set a staple. Like,
right.
Once again, like we always say, everything didn't have to be flashy with Nike.
No, it didn't, man. You know what I'm saying? The material here is fire. It's
it's a great shoe.
Yeah, Teflon.
It's a great shoe.
Yeah, but the Nike got the
Now, don't get me wrong. It's not as flashy as a lot of the other shoes we've shown. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of your other '90s Nikes,
right.
But it's one of those silhouettes I like. That's just calm, cool, and collect.
And you know what, bro? I'm looking at this shoe. It man, like a Dennis Rodman shoe.
Yeah, it's crazy because it could have been. It definitely could have been, especially with how the material is and how the waves of it.
Yeah.
Like it looked like it could have been his hair.
Yeah,
like that. Hey, that could have been a thing. Like, hey, bro, we know Dennis Rodman has some crazy hair, bro. Like this looks like a shoe that was like, hey, just put some Dennis Rodman hair on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but hey, no. All seriousness.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Like Nike still got off on this shoe, bro.
They did, man.
Like, they definitely did great on this shoe.
Yeah, Nike did a wonderful job on this shoe, man. Shout out to my boy Eric Avar, man.
Yeah, shout out to him, man.
He did a wonderful job on the shoe, man. And the Miami, it goes crazy with the Miami Heat jersey,
it goes dumb crazy.
Yeah, this is my personal pair, man. This had to be in my collection. I love going for old school shoes, 90 shoes. You know what I'm saying? Worn by iconic players and stuff. So yeah, this is a must-have in my collection, man. The yellow laces, the red on the outsole and stuff, and it was just like I say, well put together. The Nike at the bottom, man, the gel and the air bubbles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How they lace it too, though. That's dope. How they lace it.
That's what made it so crazy, bro.
A lot of people said that this shoes it remind people of Ronald McDonald.
Yeah,
ketchup and mustard. Like, yeah.
Like, come on, bro. I get it, but it's still like, man, this Nike was still great to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you still not, don't get me wrong, you may not get all the oohs and ahs like you would get with, certain Jordans or, the Airs or different things like, but people were still messing with these, bro. Like,
a lot of people had them. Yeah, a lot
of people had these, man.
These are must for me.
Nike still did a phenomenal job, bro. Like, it just goes to show you how many different designers they had and how many different ideas they had, bro. Like, cause this is a great idea, and to make it into a sneaker and how it looks, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just shows you Nike wasn't stopping for nobody, bro. Like, they was always trying to be on top, whether it was with a smaller shoe or a bigger shoe. You know what I'm saying? Because these wasn't going for, to me, a crazy price like at the time in the 90s your Jordans was going for.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So they was trying to corner the market with all type of dollars. You know what I'm saying? $200 to spend, or whether you just had 80. You know what I'm saying? Like
$90.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nike had something for you. You know what I'm saying? And they always made sure that even if the shoe was a lesser price, they still was gonna make it look great. You know what I'm saying? They still wanted you to feel like, okay, I still got a pair of Nikes. It may not be Jordans, it may not be pennies, but it's still a great Nike.
And Tim Hardaway was the man too, man. He was the man. And you had other great players. Tim Hardaway. You had it was just Penny. You had Tim Hardaway. You had the Jason Kidd silhouette, the 95 zone.
Yeah.
So you had some dope. You had some dope Nikes, man. So shout out to the everybody that had a part of making this shoe. But like I say, man, back in the 90s, man, you had some dope shoes, man, that I'm glad to have now in my collection, man. Cause like I said, I didn't have this when it first came up, but to have it now, it means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, a lot of 90 area shoes, man, like this, like I said, that's the best era of shoes ever, man.
Like, that's the
you don't get
greatest
better
time.
than 90s, man.
No.
Like, you'll never get the 90 wave.
Like, whatever designers they had in the 90s, bro, like, they definitely made sure that they left their mark on the culture,
like bro said, it wasn't in one of the recent episodes. He said it wasn't just Nike. You had Fila, you had Reebok, you had Adidas, you had Puma, you had all the great.
Like everybody was fighting for the number one spot, bro. And don't get me wrong, just because we always say, "Oh, Nike had that number one spot," like people, it was. Reeboks, Adidas, Puma, they still was giving
like
Nike.
I say, man, I choose the Grand Hoods over the Jordan 11s.
Yeah.
So
like these shoe companies wasn't selling this short, bro.
Yeah.
They was still giving you a run for your money. Like they still was on Nike heels. It wasn't like Nike was 100 miles and running.
that wasn't that at all.
Yeah. So, hey, if you get it, let us know what you think about these, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's the cop, it's the not. You know, do you have them? Do you want to have them? You know what I'm saying?
Was it something you passed on in '97, or even when they re-retroed them? Did you still say, "Nah, I still not into them"? You know?
Yeah, because that's crazy, man. This is the Rachel pair, the 14 pair. Like I said, he's going for $1,200.
I know if you one of the people that had that pair with the L on the back and the Arab look, like, oh man, to me, that's super iconic.
Yeah,
I hope you kept that shoe.
If this go for $1,200, I know.
Yeah, they got this shoe going for $1,200. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, man.
But if you got the one with
I paid
the
$60. Shots to Nike outlet of College Grove in Chicago, Illinois, 870. I paid $60 for this shoe.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad I did.
Yeah, because y'all trying to sell it for $1,200 on Golden StockX, that's crazy. Yeah. You know, it's a dope shoe, but it ain't that dope now. Like, come on.
Now, okay, we about to get into the famous discussion, man. Now,
we about to get into a serious topic.
Yeah, serious topic, man. And by no way, forms of fashion is promoting violence.
Not at all.
You know.
But we about to get into a Sports Illustrated picture of pretty much a kid being robbed for his Jordans. And on there it says, "Your sneakers or your life."
With a 38 revolver, man.
Yeah. Now, like bro said, we definitely not here to promote.
No, we're not. And it's a sad situation because we came up in that era. And it was times when our parents, my mom, his mom, wouldn't let us wear our shoes out.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because
it definitely just depends on where you.
Yeah, it depends if you was going. Like I used to, my mom used to tell me all the time, like she wouldn't let me if I wore my Jordans and stuff. She wouldn't let me ride the bus. She'd pick me up from school, or my uncles pick me up from school, and she was always telling me like, be careful wearing them shoes. Cause back in the days, man, it was like rough. Like it was really like that. Your shoes in your life, like. If you're not getting your shoes up, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and growing up in the urban community, bro, like it was hard out there.
Yeah, it was, man.
Like I say, it was our environment. I'm not saying it was right by far, because I never want to see somebody get robbed for some shoes, bro. Like people work hard, or parents work hard to buy their kids nice things, and their kids should be able to enjoy that.
Exactly. And you know, it's a touchy subject for me, because I was once a victim of a robbery attempt on me of my Jordan black and red 13s and stuff. So so I was a part of that culture of where it's like you know, people would do anything to have that shoe on their feet.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
And what a lot of young kids got to understand, you know, back in the 90s, bro, like, it wasn't a whole bunch of pair of Jordans. Like, you couldn't
it wasn't,
just
man.
go online.
You couldn't go. It wasn't no such thing as resale back in the day.
It was no resale. Yeah, like, that wasn't a thing.
If you didn't have the shoe, you didn't have the shoe. You know what I'm saying?
And think about it like this. If you got robbed for your shoe, you couldn't just be like, oh, I'll go to the store and get another pair.
It's over.
Yeah. They wasn't restocking. We didn't have websites to where it was like, oh, I could rebuy this shoe. Like, you may not ever get that shoe ever again. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And had one of them shoes. The shoe that was on the sports Trinidad color was this shoe.
Yeah, it was the Air Jordan 5.
The Air Jordan 5, this colorway. You know what I'm saying?
So imagine this, and once again, you know, this is a shoe I love.
Yeah. And
people was really getting robbed for this shoe, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and like I say, man, that's a sad thing to see because I love sneakers, bro loves sneakers, and I want people and young kids who love sneakers to be able to enjoy something that they love, bro.
Right, yeah.
And to see a kid get robbed for something that he loves, man, like, that hurt my heart, bro. Like,
yeah, man.
And imagine, like bro said, as a kid, my mama wouldn't let me wear my Jordans everywhere. I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club. I used to go play basketball at certain parts. Like, my mom was like, nah, you ain't leaving out the house with those. I had to be like, going to the movies with her or something, or being with my uncles or my cousins.
My mom,
really
she like if I'll go to, I used to have my shoes and my backpack on me. I couldn't leave the lockers. I couldn't do nothing because they was still they were breaking the lockers.
Oh, they definitely breaking the lockers.
Yeah, so
that was too easy to do.
Yeah, man. You know, these shoes on the news. I remember once again the black and red 13s. Man, they put them on the news. They couldn't wear them. Because of the gang colors, you know what I'm saying? Black and red. The Vice Lords in Chicago and things, they wouldn't let people wear the black and red 12. So, like I say, man, it was a lot of, back in the day, it was like, it was heavy on the robbery for shoes, man. People, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, people, mothers, parents, and fathers, they work so hard to, you know, provide for their kid and let their kid feel special for having that shoe on there. You get robbed for it, man. I either get killed for it, you know what I'm saying? So it was just that Sports Illustrated issue, man.
It touched the heart, bro.
Yeah, it definitely
like I said,
man.
Y'all looking at the picture, but we was actually in there when this was happening.
Facts,
like, we was kids when this was happening. Like,
our parents
we come up in that
time frame.
And that's what I say. We not here to glorify. We really here to just tell y'all.
We're
our
not
story.
promoting violence, man. And like I say, man,
for people who is out there robbing for shoes, but like, cool out with that.
Cool that, man. Come on, it ain't worth it.
That ain't worth it, dog. And
killing somebody over a pair of shoes.
Yeah, it's a pair of shoes, bro. Like, work hard and get it.
You can replace your shoes, but you can't replace somebody's life, man.
You can't, man.
You know.
Hey, and if you were a kid and somebody's trying to take your shoes and they put a gun in you, man, just give up the shoes.
Give up shoes. It's not worth it, man.
You definitely are in a time frame now, bro, to where you can get another pair of shoes. Technically, you could have got another pair of shoes back then too. But today,
it was just harder. You know, it was just harder. It was harder.
But give up the shoe, man.
Yeah.
Like, your life is worth
and I see,
more
man,
than
it's sad, man. Little resellers, they're going to resell their shoe, man. And people killing them, man, and stuff. Like,
stealing from them. Like, that ain't cool, bro.
It ain't cool at all, man. Y'all need to
like
stop
I say,
that, man.
This show is all about sneakers, bro. So, like I say, me and bro love sneakers to the highest score. And I know it's people out there that love sneakers just as much as we do.
Right.
And either they going to work and buying them, or they're getting good grades and their parents is buying it for them. So don't take that joy away from them like that, man. Like, let them enjoy
the violence, man. Stop the violence,
cool
man.
Out with that.
Come on, man. We got to do better, man.
But,
stop the violence, man.
You know, this is an iconic picture because, like I say, it comes from a time frame that me and bro grew up in. So where it was like, it was harder to wear your Jordans at this time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's way easier now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's a little more common. Yeah. Like, I still hear, you know, rumblings about
people. Yeah, I still hear rumblings and
getting their shoes
shooting,
taken.
Shot, and rob,
but in that 90s, man,
it was hard.
That 90s, early 80s, like, people was really taking your life. And they didn't even care that they didn't wear the size.
Like,
that's what's crazy to me.
Size 13, you have size 8 on.
Yeah, you know, like, that was hard to see. And it definitely was hard to live by. So, you know, Sports Illustrated, you know, they did show something that was very, you know, known and happening. And it's like, I hate that had to be the thing to show in the urban community. Because, like I say, it's still love and peace in the community.
Yeah.
Like you were still able to wear some of your shoes to certain places and still look nice, you know. But it was times that it was some rough places you could have went and you might have got your shoes taken.
Facts.
You know, so
Facts.
you know they touched on a touchy situation, but like I said, me and bro, we grew up in that time frame. You know, we got to see how that was. You know, we survived it.
We survived it. Like I said, man,
God, we
survived
survived
thank God. You know, thank God that situation I was in, it didn't turn out good. I ended up getting my shoes back the next day, but just, you know, having somebody come behind me, just put their hand on my mouth and just throw me on the ground, take my shoes off my feet. It was a scary situation.
It was rough, man. And like I said, we was kids.
Like I said, this is a touchy situation, subject for me, but I also understand that, you know, we came in that era and being a part of that and seeing it and really going through that. I just thank God, you know what I'm saying, that the situation turned out ugly. But like I said, man, y'all gotta stop the fighting for these shoes. They just shoes, man.
They just shoes, bro.
You know,
don't get me wrong. Like I say, we love them, and we gonna always
we
gonna
be 80 years old, 100 years old wearing sneakers still. You know?
But like I say, y'all gotta stop that, man. Just work hard for it, bro.
Man.
Like
have more love and peace, man, than hatred.
Yeah, you know, once again, like I say, this is an iconic picture. It's sad to, you know, show something like this, but this is what was going on for sneakers, you know.
Right.
Like I say, people today always be like, oh, they making too many pair of Jordans now, but this is why. Right. This picture right here shows you why they had to do it.
Yeah, people don't understand that. Like, how you make so many pairs? Because they trying to stop the violence that happened. For they want everybody to get a pair. Because for the people that wasn't back in the day, they wasn't doing that.
Back in the day, bro,
it wasn't no such thing as 600,000 pairs.
Yeah, you wouldn't see it like how they doing now. Where it's like, oh, they made 1 million pairs of 11s. Back in our time, bro, I don't even think it was high like that. I honestly want to believe.
Wasn't no million.
Nah, at best. I want to say 100,000 to 70,000 pairs. So
it was low numbers.
It was very low numbers. So you can imagine these kids out here who was robbing how they felt. They probably felt they had no chance of their mother buying it or them buying it.
Right.
So they had to take it. Which, like I say, that ain't cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? You could find little ways to work to make some money to get shoes. You know what I'm saying? So for you kids today, they're saying like, oh, they oversaturating it. They making too many. This is why.
Fact.
This magazine cover is the reason they had to do that.
Fact.
They got to make millions of it so it can spread it out to where everybody can get them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we need. And yes, I'm happy for today's generation because they're making so many. You got resellers to where you can get them. It's so many different avenues and outlets that can help you get a shoe to where you don't got to rob.
Right.
Like, that should never be a thing. I don't ever want to go back to the time frame to where people are robbing for sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's crazy to me.
Right.
You know, respect people, respect the shoes they got on. Work hard and get it like they got it.
Right.
You know? So to me, like I say, if you ever get a chance to go read this magazine and get this, you know, magazine cover, like I say, it's an iconic art piece. You know what I'm saying? But once again, it definitely was a dangerous time, man. Yeah. So, you know, we want to thank y'all, man. You know, tuning in to another episode, man. Love and support, bro.
Share it, comment, man.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think about this episode, man.
Yeah, facts, man.
So once again, it's your boy JT the Cool Soul.
And your boy D Boom the Great.